Okay.
Hi, so we came up with the idea of Brendasaurous based on me and my love for Instagram. So the pet's mood was determined by the number of likes it received. Based on how tired the pet was, determined by how active it was in taking selfies. So to that extent, we wanted our pet to be able to do two things: change their facial expressions and change their face color. While we managed to work out the pseudocode, trying to write the actual code with Riot was confusing, the new syntax making it harder for us to articulate our thoughts.
One of the first steps that we did was to try to map and to create a table of how we were going to have interactions between the two elements that we were talking about, the likes and the posts. So in this table, we were able to identify around 5 potential combinations of changing the expression of the pet and how it will also change the color of the face.
So like Brenda said, we had quite a bit of trouble trying to figure out how the code was, but fortunately, Hang Yang was willing to share her code with me on Sunday when we met, and based on that, I was able to come up, or we were able to come up with this Pikachu project. The one thing that, or the two things that we actually wanted to share was that we actually had quite a bit of problems with getting it on the live server because of two really basic mistakes. The first was we forgot to close our script tag. So that's really important, and that was a problem because well, the code wasn't pretty and clean like Jin would say. So we actually used this package called Beautify, but the problem with that was that it actually shifted the final tag inside, and because of that, Adam couldn't read it. So it took us quite a while to realize that that was the problem. So just make sure that when you guys have your tags, they're always right at the start so that the server runs.
So I'll be good. So now Maria's going to talk about the first version of the code. Maria, go ahead.
So for this version, we started, as Jessica mentioned, with determining the combinations we wanted for our pet. So after that, with that, we were able to create the if-else statements, and based on
Hanyang code,
we were able to learn how to change and add the pictures for the pet.
Mm-hmm. And based on our first version's code, we also came up with another approach that we wanted to discuss here. Instead of using like 9 if statements, we chose to create 3 main statements instead, and then write embedded if statements into the 3 main statements, which our code will show details. And we also commented out the first version of our code to show like both our trial in this project. And also we wanted to set a max limit for clicks for each button. So the maximum clicks for each button will be 6.
And so we also realized that button labels might not be the most intuitive, which we recognize as poor design on our part. So we added a little clarification for the user to refer to. So as you can see here, on reset, it's its natural state. Yep. But once you post more selfies, then it turns blue, and then the more selfies you post, the color of your face changes, as you can see, from yellow to green. And based on how many likes the pet gets, the pet changes facial expressions, as you can see right here, to happy. So thanks for listening, and we hope you learned as much as we did.
Thank you.